Hello class, this is Mr. Lochelso. So today I'm going to show you how to turn statistics into a climate graph using Google Sheets. So the first thing that you need to do is create a blank Google Sheet. If you don't know how to do that, all you have to do is go to your Google Drive, select New, and go to Google Sheets. And it will create a blank Google Sheet, which I already have open here. Be sure to name your document because you don't want an untitled Sheets document just lying around in your drive. So we're going to go to the climate statistics for Toronto sheet, and we're going to use this to create our climate graph. So first thing you're going to do is highlight all of this data and copy it. So you're going to press Control C or Command C if you're using a Mac. And you're going to go back to your Google Sheets and you're going to paste it on here using Control V or Command V if you're using a Mac. So our data is placed in here just like so. What you're going to do next is highlight all of this data up until the month of December. Right? You don't want the annum information because the annum gives us the average daily temperature or the total precipitation for the year, and we don't want that on our climate graph. So once you have all of that highlighted, you're going to go to Insert Chart right up over here, click that, and it's going to bring this menu up. So from here, we're going to go to Chart Types, and we're going to use a combo chart because you want to be able to graph both our precipitation and temperature on the same graph. So once you've selected that, you're going to go to Customization. So the first thing we want to do is give our graph a title. So we're going to delete all of this and we're going to put Toronto climate and the date, right? We've talked about good mapping skills, and we know that we should always have a location and a date in our title. So from here, we're going to scroll down. We're going to make our line graph nice and smooth, so we don't have your line graph shouldn't be have jagged points on it. It should be a nice smooth curve. And you're going to go down to series. All right, so on series, we're going to select our precipitation. So right now our colors are in reverse. So we're going to change our precipitation to blue. And really, you can use any shade of blue you like. I'm not really picky on that. So you're going to change it to blue, and you're going to change it from a line graph to columns or a bar graph. Now, right now, I'm sure you're seeing the two bar graphs. That's fine. We're going to change that, so don't worry about that right now. So what you want to change afterwards is you're going to scroll down a little bit, and you're going to change the axis right over here. So we're going to work with the right axis. So, and I know like it just got all like weird and it's all upside down, but don't worry, it's going to change and look normal once we're all done. So with precipitation, we're using the figures on the right side or the right axis, and that is what is going to graph our data. So we're going to scroll back up here, and now we're going to define our axis. So we're going to click on axis. Originally it says horizontal. We don't want that anymore because our month is fine. So we're going to go to the right vertical axis. We're going to give it a title. So this is precipitation, and you're going to want to put your units in there. So precipitation is measured in millimeters. You're going to put millimeters in brackets, and you're going to put a range or a bound for it. So we're going to go back to our sheet over here, our worksheet, and it tells us for precipitation to set your minimum to 0 and maximum to 125. So we're going to go back over here, put our minimum to 0, our maximum to 125. There we go. So we're all done for precipitation. Now we're going to do the same to temperature. So we're going to scroll back down to our series, and now we're going to click on average daily temperature. We're going to change our color to red now. Scroll down, and instead of columns, we're going to put line. Now you'll notice that the axis is already set to the left axis. So that's good because you don't need to change that because the left axis is where we're using, where we're plotting our data. So we're using the left axis values to graph our data for our average daily temperature. So don't change the axis. So you're going to scroll back up here. And now on the axis menu here, right, we're going to be able to define our axis. We're going to go to left vertical. So we're going to put in here temperature. And temperature is measured in degrees Celsius. Going back to our worksheet, it tells us the range here is -25 and 25 degrees. Now this is what we're using for Toronto. These are not standard ranges. It depends on the data you have. So after this one, you guys are going to have to make a decision on what you're going to make your range based on your minimum and maximum. So once you've done that and you've entered -25 and 25, your climate graph is done, right? You have a title, you have all three of your axes are labeled with temperature, precipitation, and month. So they are all ready to go. So what you're going to do is click Insert, and you have your finished product right there. So the last step for you to do right now is you're going to copy this graph. I'm going to go to Edit and Copy. Go back to this sheet, right-click, and go to Paste. You do not need to link the charts to the spreadsheet, so you can just go to Don't Link. Click Paste, and there you have it. Your climate graph is now inputted into your assignment sheet, and you're able to answer the 6 focus questions right afterwards. If you have any questions with this, please feel free to post them on the Google Classroom, or you can email me at any time. Thanks, and we'll see you guys later.